Oh, hi there. It's Friday, and just like on Monday, there is a WSL game ready to go, and I thought I would watch it. I don't know much about either player, but I thought I would watch it. I've basically been playing some Slay the Spire 2, looking to rest my hands a bit, enjoy a coffee, warm up, watch some shogi, and I figured I might as well stream it. So there's that. We have other things to talk about, I'm sure. And that is really it. If I am reading this right, it should be starting now. This is, I see Benjamin Shuett. Hello, hello. Yeah, is it late? It's a little later than my usual, but there's a WSL game that's scheduled. Um, but is it not going to happen? This is the second attempt now that I've had tried to do sort of the WSL watch party, and the games don't start or they don't happen. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. I've found now this is 2 for 2 in the attempts to do some WSL streaming where the players just don't show up. So we'll see what happens here. If nobody shows up, maybe I'll watch another game. Maybe I'll play a 10-second game myself. Um, or maybe I'll just call it a day and go back to Slay the Spire 2. It's kind of weird. I think in my experience as a WSL watcher, not necessarily a WSL streamer, but as a WSL watcher, whenever there's a game that I'm looking forward to watching, I come on and they don't they don't show up, and or they don't start on time. It's very, very strange. I'm learning, I think, that if this idea of streaming scheduled games um was out there in my head, it's now out of there in my head. I think this is just too unreliable to try to schedule games. But while we wait, I see that KKR has started. Our friend I Dream of Shogi. So let's watch. Let's switch to this. I'll change my scene here, and you periodically look back in the lobby to see if there is if that WSL game has started. You say it's normal, that's why WSL is very bothersome. Yeah, I think that's probably the unfortunate reality of scheduled events. But hey, Koshiro, yeah, being a WSL watcher is tough. Verde Ocha, this is not an app. This is just a website. It's 81 Dojo. Nice to see you both. But yeah, being a WSL watcher is very rough. It's hard to find games that start on time, and it is what it is. Hey, VMD Ayaka. Hello, hello. KKR came to Malaysia and played IRL Shogi with you last week. Oh, really? Oh, I knew that. I knew that he was planning. I didn't realize it happened already. How did that go? How was it? How many games? How long did he stay, and how many games did he play? Man, just going to flip this back. Okay, he's waiting. The player is waiting. So the WSL game is waiting. Yeah, March 3rd was Japanese Doll Festival called Hinamatsuri. Hinamatsuri. Oh, I'm not aware of that one. Okay, so he played with you and the ninja. Is it just yes, Koshiro? I watched your game. I reviewed your game. That was a nuts game. I was actually going to message you about it, but I thought maybe I shouldn't bother you. Um, I didn't put it in an engine. I just watched it on my own wits, and boy, I need to not watch those kinds of games because I don't have your calculation. But if I try to play like that, like the way that you played, that's when I get checkmated. So it was I You gave up the rook. You gave up, I think it was the bishop. You let the opponent's token like move over. And I thought surely he would have some sort of mate, and especially since I didn't see your mate. So that was a crazy game. I was wondering what you thought about it. I was wondering if you felt you had it under control the whole time, and your calculation was able to see that you had enough speed. It like I said, I didn't look at it with the engine. It was just like, oh my gosh, this is a nuts game. All right, have a good sleep, Benjamin Jewett. Thanks for stopping by. I look forward. I want to talk about KKR. I want to talk about I Dream of Shogi's trip, his games later. Man, haven't talked to him in a while. You said you had to flail when he started his edge attack? Oh, so you thought that you were in a tough spot? Because the way you ignored some of that attack, it made me think, okay, well, Koshiro has seen this before. Koshiro's not going to have any difficulty here. But then he took the rook, and then he pushed the token over. All right, let's keep watching. Okay, so they're still waiting. So it's in the list. The game is still on the list. Hey, NinWorld, great to see you. Oh, Koshiro is on a 40 stream streak. Wow. Wow. I wonder if that's the longest stream streak right now. And I want to thank, I think it's SG015 for the Twitch resub, the Twitch Prime resub while I was not streaming. So it's not showing up in my activity feed, but I believe it happened. My little Twitch monitor management console has been a little wonky. Excuse me. The coffee went down the wrong pipe. Wow, I'm crying. The tears are coming. And I'm not crying because of this beautiful play. I'm crying because of the coffee going down my throat. All right, has anyone... I need a better way to look. See, this is the problem with 81 Dojo being so sort of antiquated, is that you can't run 2 tabs of 81 Dojo, or I can't run it on another machine on the side here to see, like, is the game started? So I'm just going to stick here. We talked about this on Monday, but I reloaded with and refreshed my cache, and I see that the flag is it's high res, it's high res and not animated. I'm gonna say it doesn't look right to me. It doesn't quite. This like high res flag does not quite look right.
Danny Go Baduk Wakey just followed.
Danny Go Baduk Wakey. Hello. Thank you for that follow. Emperor Rex, good day to you. Besides 81 Dojo, what websites that are like it can play games against AI or people? I will send this. This has a Killer Ducky's guide where he talks about the various servers out there. So it'll talk about how to get registered. So there's 81 Dojo. There is Shogi Wars, which is probably the most popular site, but it only supports Blitz, and it's a mobile app. It doesn't work so well on it's a mobile app. You can play it in a browser, but it's a mobile app format. So it's not like it's not like a chess.com. It's not like a Lichess. So there is that. There's Shogi Quest, which is another mobile app, and has not as many players, but it has players. It's very janky, but you know, it exists, and it's it is free. Shogi Wars, you have to pay to play more than 3 games a day, and they do not support. So if you ever email them, if you ever try to get in touch with them, they will ignore you. So you pay them, they ignore you. That's how Shogi Wars works. And there's a little bit of annoyance in my voice as I'm saying that, because they continue to ignore me as time always continues to go on. But it is what it is. There is also lishogi. It's in that guide. Lishogi is a site based originally on the Lichess code base, and it's great software. It has it's growing in players. It doesn't have as many players as Shogi Wars or 81 Dojo, but it does have a decent number of players these days, and getting better. But it's the best software that we have by far. You've been using 81 Dojo to watch games during lunch breaks. Wait, 81 Shogi? I'm not familiar with 81 Shogi. Oh, you've been watching on 81 Dojo, and you've been playing AI in lishogi. Yeah. Okay, the WSL game started. Oh, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Or did it? No, it didn't. Okay, it's there. He's still looking for the game. So maybe that WSL game is not going to start. So what do we have here? What do we have here? I am going to flip this board. Melomorphox, hello. I'm going to flip this board because I want to see from I Dream of Shogi's perspective. I'm cheering for KKR 51 or 5015. I am cheering for our friend I Dream of Shogi. So I'm going to flip the board. As we continue to wait for the WSL game to start. The WSL game is, I think it's a Division E game between, I believe it's Australia and Italy. I just glanced at the flags. It is not Tulip's team. Lorenzo Coco, hello. Lishogi must win eventually. You say regular players will realize it's so visually appealing and functional. Well, I wouldn't say it's a must. It is visually appealing. It is functional. But I wouldn't say it's a must. You know, there's a lot of momentum behind Shogi Wars and 81 Dojo at this point. And, you know, the sensibilities that we have maybe in the West do not necessarily are not necessarily the same sensibilities that Japanese players will have, I suspect. I don't know. But hopefully lishogi goes somewhere. You know, I think lishogi is dangerously close to having too much stuff on their site. There's all the variants, and they're a little too front and center. It's getting to be lishogi's. I believe lishogi's homepage is now subject to having a little bit too much visual noise, and we'll see. But it's the best software we have. Hey, Foradun, nice to see you. All countries are involved in WSL or in 81 Dojo. Because I think it's not all countries in either way. There are many countries on both. But yeah, there are many countries in If you go to WSL, here's the page. You could see the various teams. But it is not every country by any means. So I'm going to flip back. Let's see if the game has started. The game has still not started. So it looks like the other player is not showing up. There's this, is it going to show on stream here? It's not. Let me make my scene bigger here. This it's still not. I can't scroll it up because the player is a little rated a little too low to show up in this list. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to the game, but regardless, it looks like the Australian player is a no-show. So we may not get a WSL game. We'll get this I Dream of Shogi game, and then maybe I'll just play some 10-second games. I don't know. It is Friday. But I am not. If I play, I'll play on either lishogi or on 81 Dojo. I think my Shogi Wars days are over. They have ignored me for the last time, so I am not going to be playing on Shogi Wars. And yeah, and that's just it. That's just it. Yeah, I'm eagerly waiting for Kyo to come out. See how that is. Supposed to be coming out this spring, but there's very little buzz. There's very little. They don't tweet much about it. There's doesn't seem like there's much experience or much interest in it. Like I don't see much if using Twitter as any sort of indication. But we'll see. We will see. Wow. Wow. That's an interesting move. Huh. What's our friend I Dream of Shogi going to do here? Seems like a tough spot. Seems very tough to me. Oh wow. Wow. So it's not a I was expecting the takes here, takes and the rook promote. I mean, that's what I was expecting, but maybe there was something better. Take a look another time after this move. I'm going to look at the okay. So I'm going to look at okay, it is still the game is still not underway. And I didn't see it in the list, but I only briefly glanced. Wow. Huh. Trying. That feels a little to me that feels a bit like a move that's made just because there are no other moves. I was almost expecting the lance drop back here. Instead of the gold. Uh-huh. Take the silver, redrop it on 5-4. I mean, that seems that doesn't seem great to me. Yeah, it's still gonna allow. Okay, I think that still allows the gold to come in, right? Oh, wow. Huh. Can the king take?
20秒。1、2、3、
If the king takes, does he drop the gold?
5、6、7、8、9。
Hmm. This is something to learn from. This attack from the other player, this 4 Don, is really I'm not guessing I haven't guessed the right move outside of this last move. I haven't guessed the right move for the past 3 or 4 moves. Wait, what? Yeah, where's the silver going? That doesn't make sense to me. What?
10秒。
Wait, what? Huh. Now I'm liking I Dream of Shogi's position here. I'm not seeing how the opponent is going to attack. To me, this seems almost completely turned around. Because that's Sumero. Silver drop is mate. He's gonna have to drop back. He's gonna lose this. Oh wow. That is not what I expected there either. Wait. Could he not have run? Yeah, now it's Sumero. It's Sumero. It's mate. Silver drop is mate. Silver drop runs. Horse takes. Wow, nice. Nice comeback. Oh, maybe I say it was a comeback, but was it? This to me this move is too loose. I'm not sure if there's anything there. I don't like this either myself, but huh. Is there nothing here? What if he promotes? So no, that's not mate. That's not mate, right? Or it is. That is. Knight drop 6/5 blocking the rook. So that you're saying if knight drop 6/5. Wait. Isn't this just over? What's is this the only is this a defense? Take with take with you wait, you say take with the gold? Wait. Take with the gold. Oh, take with the gold. And then after rook takes. What do we... Wait, so after rook take, is it also lance 4/5? No, because that's to hit the rook. Oh, the silver is now defending back here. Well, no. Boy, oh boy. Is this mate now? Oh, wait. Oh, take the silver on 4/8. Okay. And we can't run because of this? Hey, Capybara. All right. This is too hard. Let's see if that WSL game is being played. It is not. Okay, so the WSL game didn't happen. It looks like. Is there any discussion about it? Let's see. I was waiting, so I checked the messages. Oh, they proposed, they're trying to delay for 2 hours. Okay. All right. Yeah, so they're going to have to redo it. So this is WSL. This is WSL. That's just the way it is. So maybe I've learned my lesson about streaming WSL games. A, don't do it. B, don't think about it. So anyway, how do we get back into that game? His silver move just felt very strange. All right. GG. Oh, so how was Malaysia? So how was it playing Benjamin Shuit and the Ninja? He was just in here earlier talking about your visit. But he didn't say much. He just said that you two that you played and then you and the Ninja played. The black lose. So the person who won was going up, and I had flipped the board, so that was Gote, which is called sometimes white. I don't use black and white. I think that's just using black and white, I think, is the path to confusion. So I will just use Sente and Gote as first mover and second mover. You went 1-1. You lost the game you were winning, and you won the game you were lost. I've been there. I have definitely been there. Those are those are some of the worst. I swear. Like when I go to the club and I win the one that I was losing, and I lose the one that I was winning. That's a good way for me to just be upset about my games, because it's like I don't feel the pride of winning the game because I should have lost, and I don't feel good about the loss because I should have won. Yes, Verdeocha. Yeah, Gote won. The player we were looking at, the American player. USA. All right, let's see what's going on in this. Oh, they have a tournament. They have a 10-second tournament going on. I mean, I can't join it, but what is this? What is this rule? Is this a 10-second tournament? This is not. All right. Oops. Exit game. All right, so let's try to get some 10-second games in here. I almost logged out. 10 second. I don't know. Last time we tried to stream on 81 Dojo, lately when I've been having some bad luck in getting games on 81 Dojo 10 seconds. So we could try on the lishogi if not. I wouldn't say I'm the sharpest right now in my shogi. I'm still doing my daily mate runs. Today's mate run, I got 27, which is almost my high. I think my high is now I can't remember because I have it written down somewhere. My high on mate run is either 28 or 29. Today I had 27, but my time ran out as I was making the mate for 28, so it was very close to 28. Which is good for me. So maybe I am sharp today. Who knows? We'll see. What else is going on here? Anything else? Any other good games to watch? There's a 10-second game here between a 3-dan and a 2-dan. Chichi Castenango. Chichi Castenango. I don't know if that's a name I don't know what that means. What is this game? What is this tournament? I see KKR has started a new one. What is this tournament? This tournament rule. Let's this game belongs to Cat.
これより秒読みに入ります。
Mina Nyanko? The Nyanko Empire. Club member requirement. Nyanko Empire. Nyanko, and then I guess this is whatever empire. I don't know what that means, but oh, do they have prizes? Oh, this is just Mairu. They're given D miles. They're given 81 Dojo D miles. Mairu. Plus something else. Let's translate this. Plus the Cat Emperor title. Okay, cool. That's cool. Whoa! Twitch just dropped from 9 viewers to 2 viewers. Wow, what just happened? Did we get some sort of net split? Or maybe everyone was like, all right, I'm done with this. I don't want to see this guy play. What happened? That reminds me, I watched A Mighty Wind. If anyone's familiar with the Christopher Guest like mockumentary, it's a comedy,
10秒
but one of the characters says, what happened? But I realized as I was watching it for the millionth time that I think it is in my top 10 movie lists.
1
All right, yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
1 2
I have not been greeted. I have not been greeted. I'm still not greeted.
2
Greet alert, greet alert.
1
I have not been greeted.
1 1
I have not been greeted. Hey, Harlu.
2 3 4 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
I don't remember. I don't remember what to do in this.
1 2 1 1
Oh.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I don't remember what to do.
1 2 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2
Mm.
2 1 1 2
Let's keep going.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2
I'm not sure about this.
1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3
Mm.
2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6
It's interesting. I don't,
8
from here, I'm not sure what I should be doing.
4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2
I don't have any pawns.
4 5 6 7
Maybe I should have exchanged the pawn first.
1 2 3 4 5 6
Can get the knight up.
8 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Just take that. Threaten this.
3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6
Hmm.
7 1 2 3 4 5 1 2
Hmm.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 3 9 1 2 3
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. He could drop the silver back.
1
Yeah.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Dang, 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 dang.
3
Wow.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
Yeah, I think I messed that one up. Ooh, ooh, interesting.
3 4 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1
Wow.
2
That doesn't seem right.
4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2
Yeah.
1
Shoot.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3
Coming in.
4 5
Coming in.
6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Taking a little too long. Taking a little too long.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1
Yeah, messing up. Messing up badly. Messing up badly here.
3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Messing up badly. Messing up badly.
2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2
I got a little too crazy. I got a little too crazy.
7
Oh, interesting. That doesn't seem right.
3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3
That is also a little too crazy.
2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Dang. Dang, 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 dang.
2 3
All right. Well, I choked. I choked. I definitely choked.
7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
All right. Good game. Good game. Good game. All right. He didn't greet me. You know, so in the end, he didn't greet. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this Kipu out. And I'm going to bring it into lishogi. He did not greet. So where's my loss? Where was my win? Where was my win? I'm going to add this to a study. I just cracked. I just cracked after too many moves. Hey, sharp left turn. Crossing the... What does crossing rook mean? What is crossing rook? I got a little too wrapped up here. So I dropped the gold. The engine is saying to drop the pawn. Yeah, so I actually considered this move, but I don't see the follow-up. I don't see the follow-up. I don't see the follow-up. Wait, what? Oh, interesting. If he takes, I take. All right. So this was okay. And now this was right. So that was wrong again. And this was... Oh, wait. This is not right. 3-9 silver. 4-5. Start bringing this guy in. Interesting. Oh, I like that. Bishop 6-6 instead of bishop takes 8-6. Let's see. Yeah, takes. Because it's hitting these two. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. Either way, we did get the same advantage eventually here. Okay, good game to my opponent. But I'm going to have to give them the thumbs down on this. I'm going to have to evaluate their manner as bad. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to evaluate it as bad. Let's get another one. Reminder that the tournament is coming. Let me switch this. The tournament is still coming next Thursday. What is that? Let's see. Sharp left turn. All right. Let me switch my scene here and accept. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. All right. Let's get in here. The flag's not waving. The flag's not waving really is kind of disappointing. The flag's not waving is disappointing. It just doesn't look right.
8
It just doesn't look right to me.
2 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Oh, uh-oh. Okay, it's delay. That means we've got time. Maybe there was just an a little internet glitch there. Hopefully it's not me. Is it me? Checking OBS. No, I'm not dropping frames. Oh, okay, there was a disconnect. So I still, so it's allowing me to it's allowing me to wait up to 60 seconds here. Oh, no. It's allowing me to declare a win after 60 seconds, but the most I can wait is 300 seconds. So I'll keep waiting. You know, I have nothing better to do. I know that this is not an intentional disconnect here. Fablegraph, hello. And thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Thank you. That's 3 months. Thank you. Hope you're having a good day. So you are done with work? Awesome. Anyone else playing Slay the Spire 2?
1 2
Ah, there we go.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1
Interesting.
4 5 6 7 8 9
Oh, what happened? Is that time? GG. Arigatou gozaimashita. I'm not sure there. I see there was an auto mod. Oh, auto mod got the cheap viewer. Auto mod got the, oh. Atari. Hi, good girl. Yeah, Atari is over there. She's just hanging out. We missed her scratching a bit. Good girl. Yeah, how's it going over there, Atari? Yeah, you haven't seen me here for a few days. Yeah, you're surprised? I'm trying to, oops. I can't get my thing on. Did I forget how to hook this on? There we go. Let me copy this Kifu in so we could look at it. Add this to the scene. Change the 81 to lishogi. Okay, so now I can leave here and evaluate manner as good. Atari. She had yesterday? No, Wednesday. Wednesday she had a vet appointment. So we I won't talk about the vet appointment. But long story short, I have a lot less money in my bank account after Atari's appointment. Mako, good to see you. Um, yeah, it's about time the Automod earned its pay. Totally, totally. Yeah, the cheap viewers, Streamboo, space.com removed the space. Wait, so what are you talking about with Kazakhstan? What about Kazakhs? Oh, about the time zones. Time zones. Yeah, here in Northern California, it's 1:55 p.m. So it's 13:55. So let's look at this. Normal stuff. Normal stuff. Oh, interesting. Uh, okay, 3-1 is right. They're both actually. So the more the engine thinks about this, I'd have to run this. I don't recall. I don't recall in this exact position which is the better move. The in browser, lishogi engine here at depth 20 is saying they're both pretty good. That 2-1 is plus 2.9, 3-1 is plus 2.7. But I want to say that I've looked at this, and that's why I chose 3-1. Durton, hello, hello, hello. Oh, it's 10 p.m. for you now. But anyway, I can see why 2-1 is also good. So the thing is, even if we go 3-1, it induces this, which I don't necessarily want. I mean, it's going to be coming, but it seems like it induces it. Doesn't seem like it induces it. It almost certainly does. I mean, there's ways to attack here, but anyway. So I did that. Where's the 3-9 6-5? Oh, interesting. Interesting. The engine's calling for 6-5 first. Yeah, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. This is a pretty big mistake, not dropping 6-5 first. Why? 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 What's So here's what the engine says the line is. Huh. I don't like this. Wait, I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah, interesting. So I don't, Lorenzo, I think, so NinWorld and Lorenzo, so you both think that this is engine stuff. I'm not sure I agree. I'm not sure I agree. I'm not sure I agree. Maybe. To calculate this, it seems, just calculate this. Because when I did drop this bishop, I absolutely was considering, when I, eventually, I was considering trying to sack for this. But anyway, I did this. And now 6-5 comes out, and this is where there's the timeout. What does this say? What does this say? What does this say? Oh, ended due to running out. I see. Yeah. So if they do this, then we kind of have to take. All right. It's tough. You think the bishop first drop is recommended as it isn't linear predictable as the lance. It's more flexible, it gives more room for the enemy to not defend where you plan to attack and defend on the wrong side. Yeah, I think that's a good point. It essentially gets to where I wanted to go, but it also leaves us the flexibility to defend with this lance. So this is what the engine's calling for them. Which would be big. Wait, so what's the this is the defense here. Wow. That's tough. That is very tough. Oops. 5-1. Ah. This is a tough position for me to play, I think. Like, I've got to make these kinds of moves. Or this. No, or just get my bishop out. Activate the bishop. Boy, this is really tough. Yeah. This and this is an only move. All right, so I don't know if I believe in this anymore. I don't know if I believe in this. This is an only move here. Everything else is completely lost. Not completely lost, but we go from +2.5 to -5.5. The next best move. And the next best move is 6-7. Yeah. Boy. I think it's easier for me to make a mistake though, NinWorld, don't you think? Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, you're better. You're better at calculation. So let's go back. Durden, you say you had a game last weekend over 7 hours with a good friend? Gosh, I'd hope it's a good friend. Wow. 7 hours? The psychological pressure was wild. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I cannot even. Was it rated? Was it just, for fun? What led you to play a 7-hour game? Oh, choose Shogi. Okay. Well, I got trolled. I got trolled into talking about choose Shogi. You got me. Well done. Well done. So is that game going to play? Are they going to play that? No, they're not going to play. Is KKR playing? Alrighty. I'm out of water. I am going to take a quick little break here and get water and tea, and I'll be back. What am I trying to do? All right, I am back, and Atari left me a present in her litter box. Yes, Atari. I'm sorry, Atari. That's embarrassing. Oof, very hot. All right, so I'm gonna go back to this showing the tournament here, And we only have 6 players, and it is coming up on Thursday. I know there will be more people joining it as the time of the event, but this is a little concerning. You know, there is a Matcherino, if anyone's familiar with that. It's a way to crowdsource some prizes, and I've put $25 into the prize pool already, and so it's like a 50%, 30%, 20% breakdown. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It looks like they're still waiting. You know, I've put the money in, but I have no way to click the payout button yet, and I think it's because I haven't been approved as a tournament organizer yet. So hopefully I get approved before the tournament starts, or what. Otherwise, maybe I just lost this money. I don't know. But you know, hopefully, either way, hopefully it'll be a fun event, and it will be on lishogi, of course, as I said. This is 10 a.m. on Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time on Thursday the 12th. I'm not sure if Benjamin Shuett is going to be commentating with me like he did the last event, but I think he's not. But I hope so. I hope so. I'll have to double check with him again, because I think his school has started and things like that, so it's a little tougher. But it should be a fun event. It's a 30-second Byoyomi on lishogi. It's an arena. It's a 4-hour arena, which is going to be, especially if there are not many players, it's going to be a long one. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we'll have a deluge of players. What else is going on lishogi right now? I'm getting a lot of glare, so I apologize if I'm looking like around like this. I'm getting a lot of glare on my screen. Oh, interesting. The tournament is showing. Is this the tournament is showing on the home lishogi page? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go in incognito mode, see if that's the same. It is not. It's not. So incognito mode doesn't show anything. Interesting. I wonder what drives that. I wonder what drives that. So I'm logged in, but I don't know anything about these first 2 tournaments. I don't care about these first 2 tournaments, but it still shows them to me. It's a very strange sidebar there. Maybe it doesn't show it to unsigned in people because they wouldn't be able to register. Oh, we've got an anonymous 10-second game. Let's get that. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I'm Sente.
1
1
1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 2 1
Ah, そうですね。
2 3 1
Okay, we're playing a Westerner. We're playing a Westerner.
1 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
I don't remember what to do here. I don't remember what to do in this position.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、1、2、3、
Get my rook over?
5、
No.
6、7、8、1、1、2、1、1、2、3、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、
This way?
7、8、9、1、1、2、1、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、
So I drop a pawn here?
Look.
Am I looking to drop a...
1、2、
Oh.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6、
Interesting.
8、1、
Wow.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、
Fast. Can I
Ni-
take?
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、
Interesting.
4、5、6、7、8、
Wonder if I could have taken there.
Ichi.
Ooh.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、
Dumb.
Ni-
Dumb, 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 dumb,
San-
dumb, dumb, dumb,
Yon.
dumb, dumb, dumb.
5、6、7、8、9、10、1、
Ooh.
2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、3、
So dumb.
5、6、7、8、9、
I just choked the game away. I just choked the game away.
3、4、
I
1、
just choked the game away.
1、
It's why would I do that? Why would I do that?
1、
Why would I do that?
1、2、1、2、
Ah.
3、4、 5、
I would say that it's because I'm rusty. I would say that it's because I'm rusty, but it's I know better.
6、
I know better.
1、2、3、4、
All right, let's no, I'm not going to resign.
7、8、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
Ooh.
2、3、1、1、1、2、 3、4、
It's a tough day, Pio.
6、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
All right.
1、2、3、4、
You can just one gap.
6、7、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、
Ah!
1、1、2、3、
That was supposed, and not that it would have helped, but that was supposed to be here. Interesting game. Interesting game. Interesting game. So, where's my win? Where's my win? Did I have a win? Did I have a win? I played it right. So now I just take. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this is what I wanted to play. I just thought it's an anonymous player. He's probably really good. He wouldn't do this if he wasn't really good. But like, yeah, it's this is what I missed. This is what I missed in my calculation. This is what I missed in my calculation. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Anonymous is the strongest player on lishogi. The Anonymous is really good. He plays a lot of games, and he offers a lot of games, and he's always really good. That was a fun game. It's not often that I should be beating an anonymous player. And that one I think I should have won. So maybe that wasn't the same anonymous that plays the other games. All right. All right. What else is happening here? 1220, 1060, 03. What do we have on 81 Dojo? I'll request on 81 Dojo. My hand is really cold. Fun times. Anyone else? Anyone doing anything interesting here in their shogi lately? Cold. Hey, Ghost One, nice to see you. How's your shogi going lately? I saw that your first month on WSL ended in unfortunate ways. That was a tough team, regardless. That was a tough team. You fought admirably. All right, let's see what's going on lishogi. Oh, you've lost some games lately on 81 Dojo? 81 Dojo is tough. Have you been playing new players? You're trying to analyze and study. Nice. Are you working towards anything, or are you just working towards growth without without ISF sort of motivating? Do you struggle to find that motivation, or are you playing like more over the board, or like are you finding that motivation without ISF there? It's always tough to get that motivation going. I was listening to a fighting game, a clip of a fighting game stream where somebody, Sajam, in case anyone is wondering, was talking about rank online and how people are so focused on rank online, but there's yeah. You know, it's easy to get focused on rank online, especially when there's very little else to get focused on outside of your growth, which is sort of a nebulous concept. But in the pursuit of rank, you end up, he was arguing, you end up sort of, everyone's unhappy, where you're trying to rank up, and sometimes rank ups don't really relate to how well you played. You know, it depends on how, it's a two-player game. The fighting games are, and Shogi's the same way. You play, if you play well, and your opponent just happens to play a little bit better, you walk away lower with lowered rank, but maybe you were playing better. But sometimes when you play badly, your opponents resign early, or they mess up, or whatever, and your rank goes up. So you didn't play well though, so you don't feel great about. So you don't feel great when your rank goes down. You don't feel great when your rank goes up. If someone isn't playing well, you say you're trying to establish a study and practice system. It's simply about playing and analyzing. Okay, you're also working on some things with Ishikawa Sensei. Then when you have WSL games, you prepare for them about 10 days beforehand. Are you taking personal lessons from Ishikawa Sensei, or are you using that YouTube series? That's interesting. You're taking some coaching. Wow, wow. Wow. You should contact Kojiro. If you want coaching, contact Kojiro. Kojiro's a great teacher. Great teacher, really nice shogi communicator. 12, this is here's a 12 minutes. This is a 12-0. All right, I'm going to play this. Who cares? Let me get rid of my game wait here. Stop waiting. And switch my scene to 81 Dojo. Or lishogi. Oh, it's gone. And as soon as I do that, it's gone. It's gone. You're not too focused on a specific range right now, but by studying systematically and being consistent, you hope to improve. Yeah. So what is your motivation to improve, though? Is it just because you like to improve at these games? Is it Shogi's a game about self-improvement? $12.20. I'll do this 5:30. I'll do this 5:30 game. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I am Gote. Ah, we got an opposing rook guy. Maybe not. Yes, yes it is. Maybe not. Oh, that's not good. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's fine. It's fine. So I messed up my move order. You know, usually against Nakabisha, I've got a different move order, and it turns out much better. I think part of the thing is that he sort of gimmicked me into this. So if I come up, he takes, I take, he drops a silver, it takes. No, so I drop, I come up, he takes, I take, he redrops. I take, he take, yeah, and I drop. Okay. So let's do that. I think pawn takes is also fine. You believe that having a plan and being disciplined to carry it out motivates you. Oh, nice. Yeah. If the silver drop doesn't work, I just come back, I think. Or do I come up? No, I come back. Wow. Yeah, interesting. If he drops the silver, what do I do? I just come up? Drop my rook here? No. So how am I going to attack here? I can drop a rook to get my wow. Drop a pawn. Mmm. I think this is a little bit sketchy. Little bit sketchy. Drop a silver back here. Oh, he can drop a silver here. Oh, no, I just take with the gold. So what can I do to take this? Drop a gold here. Drop the gold. Drop the gold. He comes forward. He drops a lance. I take. He takes.
秒読みに入ります。
Should I drop the gold and just trap it?
10秒。
I don't like this. I definitely don't like this.
10秒。
Drop the lance. Then I take.
秒読みに入ります。10秒。
Try to get my focus back. I've lost focus a bit. I've lost focus.
20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。10秒。20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
I don't know why that didn't take. Do I have mate on the board here?
10秒。
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
10秒。
Gold. Takes, takes, takes.
20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Maybe I should drop the
10秒。
lance.
20秒。1、2、3、4、
You can drop a gold back here.
6、7。
Yeah.
10秒。10秒。10秒。
Huh.
10秒。
Come down here.
20秒。1、10秒。20秒。1、2。
Interesting.
10秒。
10秒、
I don't think that works.
20秒、1、2、
Wow.
10秒、 20秒、1、 10秒、
Maybe I should have come up? No.
10秒、
So threatening the silver. Okay.
10秒、 10秒、 20秒、1、2、
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Win. Current streak is 1 win.
So the pause? Wait, what was the pause? Wait, was there a pause? The opponent had knight 3-4 there instead of bishop takes 9-3 promote. Knight 3-4. Let's look. Boy, a lot of blunders. Let me bring this up. Look at this side panel here. A lot of blunders at the end here. A lot of blunders. Should I have trapped the horse? That's what I want to see. Oh, so we've got the quick and dirty eval. So it looks like I gave up some of that advantage at some point. So yeah, interesting. You know, very very blundery game, but at least I sort of held on. So let's see. This is instead of bishop 9-3 promote. Okay, so this was mate in 9. This was mate in 9. What is my mate in 9 here? Is it silver takes silver? Is that it? So I'm here. Let's read this out. Silver takes. That means I have 1 silver and 1 gold in hand, and a lance and a bishop. So silver here, he has to take. Bishop drop, he has to run. Gold drop is mate. So I'm gonna flip the engine. I'm gonna flip the engine here. I say that silver drop is mate. And it is. It is. Yes, silver drop is mate. Yep. Okay. Darn. I sensed it. I can't in 10 seconds I can't read it. But that's a good That's a good mate problem. Okay, so in this position here. Okay, so I played these okay. That was right. Ah, the engine wants 4-8 gold here. So against knight 3-4, silver 3-9 was Sume. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you're seeing silver 3-9. Yep. Yeah. After the game's bishop 8, silver 3. Yeah, okay. Yes. Okay, Kosher already said this. I just heard it knock, but I don't think it was the door. So where did I lose this advantage here? So I had a nice advantage at this point. Yeah, I struggled to find moves here. The engine does not like this. And Lorenzo, you were asking if I should drop the gold back to trap it. And yeah. I considered it, but it's still an even game. It's actually, slightly their advantage. It's plus 0.8. Yeah. It's tough. Because this lance could come out as well. So instead of this silver, what the engine wants is dropping the silver here to protect against the lance drop, presumably. To protect against the lance drop. And then they drop that knight. And I do my business. I just make this. Jack Altair, you've never seen this game in your life. Oh, interesting. Are you a chess player? Are you a chess player? And Pufferfish based. You said I was going to quit the channel. Well, I said I was going to be stepping back from making content. And that is mostly true. That is mostly true. I'm still going to occasionally be doing some streaming. I was watching. I had planned on watching some WSL games or a game, and they didn't show up. But I thought, I wanted to rest my hands. I was playing Slay the Spire 2. If anyone doesn't know, that's out in early access on Steam. So I was playing Slay the Spire 2. Wanted to rest my hands a bit. Saw that there was a WSL game. Thought, okay, well, I'm going to watch this game. Let me stream. So you play chess a lot. That must be why YouTube recommended it to you. So welcome. It's Japanese chess. It's similar to chess, but you can drop pieces that you capture on subsequent moves. Here is a helpful mini guide for shogi if you're interested. Boy, mine is Nightbot not joining. There it is. If you're interested in shogi, this is it. There is also a podcast. There's 8 months worth of a podcast that I've done on shogi. Talks about getting started, interviews some players, things like that. So if you're interested, check that out. And Alize, you say lishogi is the best analyzer for the common player. Very convenient and free, same as lichess. Yeah, it's great stuff. Well, lichess has the master database. lishogi does not have a database, so there's no opening explorer. There's nothing great like that at this point, but hopefully in the future. And so gold drop is natural after spending 2 silvers. I see. So you think the gold drop is natural? Yeah. I shouldn't have spent the 2 silvers if I wasn't going to gold drop, I guess is a key point there. Yeah, as Verde Ocha says, welcome to Japanese chess, more aggressive, intensive, but similar. Yes, you can bring back pieces. So when you capture a piece, you put it in real life, there is a square-ish piece of wood that is in this corner of the board. It's not vertical like this. In real life, let me show this. Let me show this view. So in real life, it looks a little more like this, where there's this piece of wood. So you capture a move, you capture a piece, you put it on your piece stand, and then in subsequent moves, you can drop it almost anywhere on the board. So there are limited exceptions as to the drop rules, but for the most part, you can drop it anywhere on the board. And when pieces
10
make
秒
their way up to the last 3 rows of your opponent's territory, they have the option to promote. So most pieces can do that in Shogi, unlike chess where it's just pawns.
10秒
Let me go back to lishogi. But also lishogi, if you're familiar with chess, you know what li chess is, I'm sure. Lishogi's introduction is really nice. And it's called out in that Learn document that I gave, but there's like a study basics here. Talks about the pieces, their relative values, tactics, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a really fun game. Really fun game. But yeah, as Lorenzo Coco says, if you like chess, chances are you like shogi. I think that's probably accurate. There are certainly some chess players who are not interested in doing anything but chess, and that's understandable. But a lot of the shogi fans have played chess before, and it's both a great way to work on your chess, work your chess brain in a non sort of normal way. It's fun, but also some people just start liking it more. In 2026 here, draws are lower. There are fewer draws in shogi than chess. But I say that's in 2026. We'll see. We'll see how that evolves over time. There was an interesting Japanese thread on Twitter the other day talking about the win rate, the win rate of Sente for engines versus humans. And there was a discussion on whether or not Sente needs to start getting some form of disadvantage, or whether Gote needs to start getting some form of compensation, at least according to the translation of this thread. And it's sort of interesting because the engines right now in 2026, and these engines are not as evolved as it is in other games. Sente, which is the first mover, wins like 90% of the games. That's what this article said, or not this article. That's what this discussion that I was using translation software to try to understand was saying, that the engines currently are winning at, the first mover is winning at 90%, and human pros are I think only winning at like 55%. So, as engines become a bigger part of the Go professional lives and everybody's lives, is that going to change? We'll see. That's one of the beauties of chess, is that the game is a draw. So as players get better, they'll draw more. As shogi players get better, the first player will just win, which is, we'll see. Same sort of thing like Go, but Go had the ability to add komi, or points, for the first player, and it's interesting. It's interesting. Oh, I dream of shogi. That's an interesting idea. What if Gote can win by uchifuzume? So that's one of the rules for someone new here, where you are not allowed to mate with a pawn drop on the head by dropping a pawn. You're not allowed to mate the king by dropping a pawn on its head. So that is one of the core rules of shogi. But yeah, I wonder if that would be something. I wonder if they can easily set the engines to do something like that. Hey, Todovsky, you say change the start position, put the rook on the center file. Yeah. I wonder. Or is it, are you saying for Sente, put the position? That would be, actually, what if? What if that's a solution? Making Sente put their rook, forcing Sente to start with the rook in the middle. So you'd have an asymmetric opening position. It'd be interesting. Yeah, it'd be hilarious if that changed. Removing the Uchifuzume. That made it Gote a 90% win rate for Gote. Yeah. So I am actually stunned right now that the engines are 90% win rate for Sente. My expectation would have been that in a game this slow, that there would be a way. I thought that my expectation was that shogi would be a draw, similar to chess. That shogi would be effectively a draw, and we don't know yet. We don't know because the engines and computers are not in their final form. But I would have thought that there was some way for Gote to maybe be annoying enough to make it a draw. Yeah, it's possible the engines are just bad at defending. Yeah, it's possible this is all just a limitation of the current engines. I don't know, but it seems as engines are getting better, it seems like that win rate is going higher. And in my very, very limited battle royales that I've run of engines, testing out various versions of engines against each other on my machine with like limited 10-second time per move, which is kind of an eternity for computers, but not quite for strong computers. But it didn't matter. The older engines would win as Sente. They just would win. They would, in my experience, the older engines would still beat the newer ones as Sente. Whoever was Sente won, but the newer engines won the game faster. That's all my experience showed out. You should master animal shogi first. Is that the smaller board Dobutsu? Yeah. I do show you say it makes sense in chess because the game simplifies as the game goes on. Yeah, you have fewer pieces to do stuff with. In shogi, it makes sense that Sente wins when pieces don't get removed. Yeah. And I wonder how much the pros actually are worried about the long-term viability of the game because of that. Maybe not Habu and people like that, but the young guns right now, say these new young pros, they're 17 years old and potentially on the verge of seeing that shogi is a forced win. Like, is that something that will take humans, once the engines show the way, is that something that humans will take that long to start learning from? I would think not. Maybe. And as amateurs, we are mostly never going to be, I think, subject to that. It's just too complicated a game, and it's too easy to complicate the game, I think. for amateurs. I don't know. I remember an old quote, although I don't remember it so well enough to be able to quote it perfectly, but in Go, this is before there were strong computers in Go. I'm not sure if it was Cho Chi-kun or someone else, but someone else had said, like, I could play God with a 2-stone handicap or something like that. What was Cho Chi-kun stone handicap? Let's see. Is it okay. Let's go to Sensei's library. I'll switch the scene. Okay. A pro, Cho Chi-kun, was once asked how many handicap stones he might need for an even game with God. He thought 4 would be sufficient. Okay. So he said 4. But it's interesting to see now. Can a pro beat AlphaGo with 4 stones? Or can a pro beat a top engine now with 4 stones? Probably. I don't know. Any Go players? I think Go software right now is at a state. Go software in conjunction with computing is at a state where an engine will win 100 out of 100 games. In an even game. All right, so we're getting into metaphysics here. You'll be able to figure out rule tweaks to make it more even before it actually becomes a problem for humans. I hope so. But anyway, it was fun to see that kind of discussion on Twitter. I was glad that it recommended it to me because they were people that I don't follow. So yeah, it was interesting to see. What else is going on here? How much rating difference does the 4 stones represent? Yeah, I don't know. Effectively, I don't know how many... Effectively, I don't know, like, how much Yloigh... I don't know how much Yloigh it takes to make up 4 stones. Or if... I also don't know if the 4 stones are sort of linear. You know, it used to be believed it was 1 rank per stone. And a lot of the rating systems are sort of built that way. But I think, you know, it's all relative. You know, a stone's value is relative as the player levels change. And also, potentially, the value of each stone may change depending on the number of stones you give. Lorenzo Coco, so you say you think it's hard to believe that the result about stronger and stronger superhuman level engines will have implications for the limits of human play. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I agree. Humans are pretty resourceful and good at learning things. Good at learning things once there are things to learn. And the way that the Go world has changed, the way that chess players have gotten better, are arguably, with engines, I have to believe that shogi players are going to get better. As engines get better, I have to believe that shogi players are going to get better. Or as humans are around engines more, they are going to get better. And the question is, so the thing is, the game doesn't have to be ruined. Humans don't have to win 100% of their, you know, just because engines can win in this say 5 to 10 years. In 5 to 10 years, let's say that engines win 100% of their games as Sente. Humans don't have to win 100% of their games as Sente to ruin the game. They just have to win 60% of their games. I'd argue that 55% of the games is almost ruining it, which is, I think, what they said now. You're almost ruining competitive integrity by having the first player win 55% of their games. Magic Base, what will we do when Neuralink gives humans engines in their mind? Yeah, then all these games go away. It's that, like, maybe that's a bigger problem. Maybe, like, honestly, maybe that is a bigger problem. But I tend to think that that's not going to happen. I think civilization will fall apart a little faster than civilization will give in to Neuralink. You say that's already what it is? I thought it was like 52 to 53%. Right? I thought Shogi was 52 to 53%. At the very top level. I thought. Which I think is quite different than 55%. Which I think is also quite different from 60%. Well, if you just think about like the recent pro exams, the pro exam, Nishiyama, was it Nishiyama? No, was it? I don't remember. I don't remember if it was Nishiyama's pro exam or Satomi's first pro exam. But in one of them, they got Gote 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. And that seems rough. Like it seems unfortunate. It seems unfortunate enough that it's at least worth mentioning. I don't know. Capablanca was worried opening theory would kill chess 100 years ago. Well, it certainly evolved it. Yeah, it certainly evolved it. Certainly changed it. But I'm not familiar with what he thought. Did he think that it would kill it because it's just a draw? Or did he think that it'd kill it because he thought that the first mover would win? I think these are different problems. I think the game being a draw is a much less harmful problem than the game being a win. You know, I'm just shooting the breeze. You know, I don't. In the end, for me, it doesn't matter because I don't follow the pros. I don't follow the pros, and I don't care about the pros. So it doesn't really affect me. I'm just I'm enjoying the discussion. Hey, Nitsa, nice to see you. Your personal feeling is that you've enjoyed all the new theory coming out at Shogi right now. Yeah, so that's the thing. That's what some Go people say, and that's how I approach it. And both in chess and in Go and in Shogi, I love the fact that we're seeing all this new theory. I love the fact that I can study on my own theory and try to make my own or test out my own ideas. I love that aspect of it. And I think that in the end, maybe will make the game more creative. Like, this is arguable, but I have heard people, both Go players and chess players, say that engines have made their games more creative in a lot of ways. and I'm just waiting for shogi to get there. I'm waiting, but that's the thing, is being creative in shogi just too big of a burden? Like, say, playing Nakabisha or something like that, like we're seeing with Satomi or Fukuma. Like, is the game, once the opponent makes that mistake early on, is it too easy for these pros? But I really enjoy, I love this stuff. I am totally with you. I just wish we in the West could get more books. For Nitsan here, if anyone's interested in seeing Nitsan, I think it's episode 6 of the podcast, we talked about this a bit, about his ability to deal with these Japanese theory books. I cannot yet. Like, if we could get these theory books in English, that would be amazing. Because I enjoy studying this stuff. I'm not going to be a pro. I'm never going to be a pro. But I enjoy studying openings. I enjoy thinking about positions. And so, like, new theories and new ideas, I love that stuff, especially if it leads to positions that I like. You assume I've read Seigo Sato's free book. I've bought his books. I'm not going to talk too much about Seigo Sato anymore, but I've read his books and I've had his opening books. They're beginner-ish books, but it's pretty close right now. In the book you're reading, the pros talk about how deep it goes. Is it too much friction to translate the books with AI? It's way too much friction as far as I'm concerned. Like, taking this is not a Japanese book, but like taking one of these books, what would you even do? Like, I'm sure you've used Google Google Translate or there's one that some people have had better experiences with. Like, I've tried Yandex, I've tried Google Translate, I've tried that it's like PopoGo or something like that, and it's horrible. It's horrible. And even if it was good, it's just so slow to do that. Like, part of why I like reading these books and reading these opening books is that it's like, I'm learning. It's a hobby. I'm going at my own pace. I'm lying in bed, reading about some shogi, and just kind of enjoying it. If I've got to have like, even if it worked, which it doesn't, like, to have a camera taking photos of every single page, for me, it's just, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. It's just not for me. That's, maybe we'll get there. I don't know, but for me, the way I read books, I'm an old guy. I like to relax. I enjoy the process of reading these books. Yes, I like getting better. I'm doing it. I read my shogi books to get better. Ultimately, I'm doing it for enjoyment, though, because there's only I can only get so good at this game at this stage of my life and with whatever abilities I have. So I've got to enjoy what I'm doing. And it's just too much. Anything like that would add way too much friction for me to enjoy it. But like Nitsan sort of doesn't mind doing stuff like that. So it's all about your motivation and what you're willing, what you find enjoyable. You saw someone tried to make a Nakabisha Fuji system. Oh, interesting. Todaf, you say, I'm not sure what you're getting at here. That even though some YouTube content creators talk about how to read books with minimal understanding, you agree that if books were necessary, we'd appreciate them in English. Oh, okay. I thought you were, when I first read that, I thought you were making a statement about how people in the West don't support English language books, which is a different topic, but still part of the problem. Yeah. And necessary or not, necessary is one of those in the eyes of the beholder, or in the eyes of the speaker. And like, is an Urashino Ryu book necessary? Is Nakabisha opening book 732 necessary? Nothing is necessary, but people, different people enjoy it. Chessable is sort of like the proof in the pudding of how much adult hobbyists will spend on their hobbies. And that's something that, chess does a great job of, I think. Maybe it's just that there are so many people, but like the shogi world doesn't seem to quite have that level of sort of adulthood in its players where they want to play, they want to get better, and they're willing to spend some money on it. Like they're willing to buy some books, they're willing to support some authors. Yeah, Adrian Shogi could just learn Japanese. Yeah, I'm still going through my little basic book here that Yloigh had recommended. I'm trying, but like realistically, I don't know how that is going to ever be. Yeah, I agree, Nitsan, that the Nekomato books were very helpful. I love the Nekomato books. The Tetsuji book, I have one of those Habu, those 432 books where it sort of shows middle game positions and tactics. And I can't remember what the name of the series is called, but I was reading that yesterday, and that's a Japanese book, but it's still very much a problem book. Like they give you a position, you think about the position, and then you look at the answer, and I can read the notation, so I can make sense of I can make sense of the answer. But like it's a Tetsuji book, essentially. It's not like going into strategy, long-term shogi strategy. Like the type of strategic ideas that I would get in a lesson with Koshiro, for example, where you get insight into the ideas, or you get insight into the moves. You get the ideas behind the moves. But yeah. Oh boy, I'm out of water. Anyway, it's fun talking about that stuff. I definitely would like to see more, but I just I don't know if we're mature enough to get that. Maybe in the future, and maybe as AI makes it easier for people to translate their own books, we'll get more. And I don't know. Because I don't know how those books would get supported. I don't know how those books. The problem is, like, let's say Sugar. Let's say some of these. Let's say some of the ambitious amateurs that also write books or make content start using the AI to help with translations, like Sugar or Chose or any of these types of people. are they going to get any sales? Are they going to get enough sales to justify even what might turn out to be a relatively small amount of work? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. In the end, I think you are right. You say you think you need a bigger non-Japanese audience first to make it worth it to translate stuff. Yeah, I think that's where I come down on all this, is that we need a bigger non-Japanese audience of people who in some way show that they are willing to spend money on things that they take shogi seriously. I just don't think we have that yet. I think these numbers, and without being too jaded by my own pitiful numbers, I just don't think that audience exists such that it would be worth it for anyone to translate these things. But maybe once someone in the West can sort of start making some headway, maybe slowly people in Japan will see, oh, look at this one guy. They're making something. They're doing something in English. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. But yeah. Who knows? But anyway, what is going on here? So this was this game. Okay, so this game, I won a game. So long story short, I won a game today. No, I won 2 games today. What else is going on here? We got a 10-second game. I'm gonna play this 10-second game. Jin, hello. One thing we were afraid of was about the copyright stuff. Resources were scarce and shogi books are expensive. They're not easily available, so we did our own workarounds for Tsume books by transcribing them into Shogi GUI Kifu files. Yeah, so that's the thing. The copyright stuff is mildly concerning. Not in the end, not all that concerning, I think, because the legality, the cross-country legality is so murky and so difficult that effectively no one is going to be suing from Japan for, to someone, but really, ethically maybe. Yeah, you couldn't, without getting authorization, you couldn't realistically translate something. But yeah, so what I did for storming the Mino Castle here. So I streamed myself doing all these, and part of what I did was I created private lishogi studies for each of these, for these chapters. And I said, if you can prove to, no one has taken me up on this, by the way, but I said, if you can prove to me that you own this book, like take a photo of yourself with this book, and you want you want access to this study, I'll give you access to the study. But so far, nobody has ever sent me a photo of themselves with storming the Mino Castle. But yeah, it's tough, and that's a lot of work, I've got to say. So even I don't envy someone trying to translate this stuff, because me just transcribing these positions, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. You used to stream my Navi books on stream. Oh, nice. Wait, but do you speak Japanese? Or were you doing puzzle-based books? Like I'm still waiting for Jack-o'-lantern to hit the lottery, win the lottery, and decide that he's going to just spend all his days translating interesting shogi books. But even then, he might not even get authorization. It's so hard to get a response from any of these companies. Although they didn't give me a good response or a thoughtful response, but at least My Navi did give me a response. So maybe if someone like Jack Lantern wrote them in Japanese, maybe they would actually read it enough such that they would give a good response. I don't know. Yeah, the Tsume and Tetsuji books are much more accessible. Yeah. That's, I'm not sure if you were here earlier when I was talking about that like I've just yesterday was reading a Habu book. It's like it's 432 something. 432 number is on there, but it's like a middle game pawn position, pawn pushing. It's a middle game sort of Tetsuji type book. And I don't need to read the theory behind these moves. I just need to see the moves. And there's a lot of value there for me as someone who doesn't read the language even. But yeah, I've got a shelf of these books. I was going to rearrange them this week, actually. I started rearranging by moving 3 books from one shelf into another shelf. But like I've got so many of these Japanese language books that many of which I haven't actually read yet. So I should start doing those. And they're all puzzle books. The only strategy book I have was a gift. It was a Nakabisha book that I was given as a gift. A Nakabisha like theory book from a few years back. And I haven't read that. I tried to read that, but I really struggled. And the example I always give on stream is that I wasn't sure if I was reading the variation that I should do or if I was reading the variation that I shouldn't do. Because these types of books will often say, you don't do this because this will happen. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So, it's without knowing this is bad or this is good. It's like, oh, look at this variation. Oh, I should do this. I should push the rook. I should push the rook up to 5-5. And it's like, okay, well, maybe not. Maybe not, because when you push the rook to 5-5, you exchange the bishops and then they get your rook. And then, anyway, it's tough. It's tough being me. Gian, you say that AI translation was just coming up in the last few years. It wasn't that good at the time. You were trying to make sense of the translations of flying car, angle. Oh, yeah. It's still, if you use the normal tools, it's still that bad as far as I'm concerned. Like if you use the Google tools, it's still just as unreadable. Like YouTube auto translate or YouTube like auto dubbing or auto translation of Japanese videos is terrible. It's unusably bad for shogi. But like if you use dedicated AI stuff like I Dream of Shogi put together, it's much better. I haven't done it enough to say that it's without flaw. I doubt it's without flaw, but like it's noticeably better. Yeah, maybe we should just call it a flying car at this point. We should just call it flying car. 5 minute. No, I don't want a 5-minute game. I would like one more game. I would like at least one more game. 20-second byoyomi. Now I'll do the 10-second. Oh no, I don't like to wait. I don't like to wait because I don't want someone. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll do. It doesn't matter. Maybe the engine can sort out. Yeah, so I'd be essentially playing with the engine. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Pessoa. Let me just switch my scene here.
2、3、4、1、1、2、1。
I need I need to once I looked away by changing my scene, I seem like I've lost a lot of my context, my mental context of the game, so I needed to slow down.
1、2、1、2、1、1、1、1、2、3、1、1、1、1、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、1、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、1、2、3、4、1、2、1、2、1、2、
I don't think this was right. I don't think this was right.
5、1、2、1、2、1、2、1、1、
So I can come up. He goes back.
4、5、6、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、
So if he pushes, I can take.
2、1、2、3、4、5、
Does he
6、
come in here?
1、2、1、1、2、1、1、2、
Drop a pawn?
4、5、6、7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、
Interesting.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、
No, that's not it. He could just take it back. He could just take it back.
6、
Yeah.
2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、3、4、1、2、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、
Interesting.
5、6、
Bishop drop here.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、
I think I'm losing the script.
6、7、8、
I'm losing the script a bit here.
1、2、
Wow.
3、4、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、
Oof.
6、
I think I'm looking good now.
8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、
Arigatou gozaimashita. Oh, I was gonna add the I was gonna add the win. GG to my opponent. I think. What did they do wrong? Is it simply not pushing this pawn? What did they do wrong? So this is yeah. So I was thinking here maybe they pushed this pawn. The idea being that they open this defense, potentially trap the silver. Not really trap it, because I could always push. What is the engine saying? The engine is saying the number one move here is 6-2 king and 4-5 pawn. No, after more thinking, 4-5 pawn is the number one move. But moving the king to 6-2. Oh, we've seen that before. We've seen that before. Oh, Nitsan, you say on a tangent. At the club, you figured out how to program the Shogi Club 24 short 2. Oh, on the Citizen Magensen DIT 50? Yeah. Yeah, Fisher mode. Is Fisher mode 3 or is it 5? Or is it 4? I don't remember. Oh, wait, short 2. Oh, short 2 is delay. Wait, short 2 is delay. Interesting. What mode? What mode? I wonder if my clock can do it. Short 2 is 60-second main time, 30-second delay. Okay, so 2-3 was correct. And then yeah, so I messed up. But effectively, it didn't matter. Okay, so is there... okay. Wow, look at this. 81 average send-up on... So this is one of the highest... One of the lowest... This is one of the lowest... this is one of the lowest eval... This is one of my best scores ever against a higher rated player. Like, you know, it's relatively easy to get perfect games against lower level players, but against stronger players, it is not so easy. So, especially in a 10-second game, I'll take this. I will take this. Playing this game from memory made it... Yeah, well, it's good that I can remember things. It's good that I can... So I'm just glad that I can remember some of my opening preparation. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny how that breaks down so quickly. So where was... The engine, it wasn't a big deal, but the engine didn't like this spot here. Okay, so the engine did not like me doing this, but that's very low depth. The server side is, I think, very low depth. Okay, 3-5. So normally I would do this. Normally I would do this. But I wasn't sure if I was remembering it correctly. So the idea would be that now he can't drop here and we still get this exchange. The opponent comes here and we just do our stuff. And I think even now yeah. So even now the engine is saying this is number one. Engine always loves this. This is number 2. And then our 3-5 silver. This is the refutation. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Oh, no, number 2. Well, they're equal. Number 2 and number 3. I don't believe this one. I'd have to run this at a higher depth to trust this move. So let's say we come up, he drops the pawn. Comes back. Yeah. And we try to make our battery here. I struggle with these. I struggle a lot with these positions. It's just it's gonna be slow. All right. All right. Well, GG to my opponent. I'm not sure who that is. I feel like I got a lucky win. I will take it anytime. You know, any. It doesn't matter what site. If it says 4 done, I'm going to take it as a positive. So there was that. That was good. Yeah. All right. And I got that one tactic, which made it much easier to convert. So all right. All right. What time is it? Oh, it's 3:47. All right. Well, I think that is going to be it for me today, unless someone has anything else to talk about. Yeah, I'll close up. It was fun, unfortunately. For the second time in a row, trying to watch a WSL game didn't quite work out. But what we did instead of WSL was really fun. I enjoyed the discussion. I do. I mean, truthfully, I really miss talking about shogi, even if a lot of times it's just me rambling to myself. I definitely do miss talking about shogi. I still love the game, still enjoying it. But anyway, that's it. I will see you all, I'm sure, in the future. Have a great weekend, and yeah, enjoy your shogi. And remember, if you would like, next Thursday we have this tournament coming up. It's in the YouTube show notes if you're watching the VOD. And I will paste it again into Twitch. Give it a shot. I am working to try to get monetary prizes on there. It's set. I have seeded the pool. Whether or not I just lose that money, or we'll see. But there's $25 in the prize pool. 50% to the winner, 30% to the second place, 20% to the third. And if this site, once I feel more comfortable, I'll say it allows it to be crowdsourced, so people could donate to the prize pool as well, so we could have some fun events. This 6 players is not enough to justify any sort of prize pool, I think, but hopefully we'll get more people registering and playing, and I'll be commentating it on Thursday, March 12th. And I'm not sure. I don't think Benjamin Schuett is going to be co-commentating with me this time, but it is possible he will. We will see. So anyway, thank you everybody. I will see you in the future. Take care, enjoy your shogi, and bye. If I can find the OBS window. Bye.